We're gonna start in this position here, where we have one leg between his legs and one leg outside. Very just common situation when we're passing guard. Everybody will end up here at some point, and we can be tall or we can be low. I usually prefer to stay low like this, where I keep my butt close to the ground, I have my weight low, but I'm still on my feet, so I have my mobility, which is one of the key things for passing guard is using your mobility. Using when you're on your feet, he can use both hands and both feet on you. You can't really use your feet on him because you'll fall on your ass. So what you have is mobility, and he doesn't have that. So from this position, a lot of people know, of course, the knee slide pass, which is one of my favorites, and it's one of the best passes I think in the game. But a lot of times when we're in this position, your opponent is really aware of that pass, and sometimes he doesn't really give you opportunity to. You need that leg kind of down on the ground to be able to slice through. So a lot of times he keeps a strong knee shield here, and we might be slightly to the side, but he's not allowing me to come anywhere near the knee slide. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stay low, and we're gonna put this shoulder outside one of his knees. We're not gonna like grab here and like let him know we're gonna control this or anything. We're just gonna slide that knee here. So it's like my chin is resting here, like this. So from here, now we're gonna jump to the side and collapse his knees together. Here, I'm gonna jump to the side, and you see my hand is here as well. That helps pressuring the leg to the side. And then I do like a little skip, which is kind of like this. So I'm here, he's not letting me do any of this stuff, and I'm trying to figure out my angle. I go here. Now, as soon as we get here, we want to put our head down, and one of the keys to good guard passing is a heavy head. You want to keep your head really, really heavy. If he starts pushing my head away, we've kind of lost a lot of the pressure here, and it's going to be hard against a good guy to pass. So as soon as we go to the side, we put our heads down, all the way down, ideally next to his or in this pocket here. Now, I want to pressure, I want to put my hips down, and I want to place them at least below the middle of his thigh, somewhere here. If we're too high, it's just way too easy for him to lift up. It's just basic leverage. So we want to stay here. This underhook can be low or high, and I find that depends on the guy you're going with. If he's much taller than you, it's going to have to be a little bit lower. You can't be reaching too much. But as long as that elbow is super tight and your palm is up, grabbing his back, you should be good. Now, from here, we're gonna do the crab, which is we're gonna climb up like this, put my head to the floor slowly, and we're in the mount position. So one more time. We're in this position here. Now, it's gonna be hard if you're too high up, like, because you don't have anything to push on. And ideally, you see this a lot of times. People pushing here and then going to the side. And see where my hand's left. This is him framing on me. This is him, if I'm wearing the gi, he's grabbing my sleeve, and you know, this is over. He's gonna pull his knee out. And so, we're here, down here. We're not really threatening anything right now, but we're slowly putting ourselves in position. So we're putting that chin on here. That's just so that you feel the shoulder on the outside, and then we can put pressure in, we can mess about here a little bit, and then we go whoop, here. Heavy head at all time. Now he's gonna be pushing me and trying to, yeah, this hand is gonna come down here, trying to fight what's going on, and we're just fighting with this. We can put this hand down here to frame on his legs as we start grabbing our way into mount. And then it's all elbows from here. Okay, you wanna see that again, or you wanna give it a go?
Okay.
Again? Yeah.
Can you do the around?
Yeah. So, in this position here, stay low enough for the shoulder to be able to go on the outside here. That's the key to this sneaky pressure on the outside. So, when we move our whole body to the side, we collapse the legs. Like this. As I'm doing this, I'm putting my head right down in here. Heavy head, I'm scrolling on it. I'm scrolling. Climbing up. Yeah. Okay, let's give it a go. Me and Hunter will help you guys out. If you have any questions or problems, just raise your hand. So when we're here, we get to here. It's very important that your head is not up here. That's, I mean, some people do this pass and keep their head here, but most of the time it's really difficult to do, you know, against a good guy, because the frames. So we wanna, I know we've kind of moved to the side, so it'd be kind of normal to go here, or you feel like it's, but you wanna go here. You wanna keep your head on the same side that you moved his knees to. So here. You wanna keep all the weight on this side. And you don't want to be like this either. You want to be, think of it like a dentist blanket, you know, them heavy blankets, and you're lying on like this. You're kind of flat. And if he tries to lift his knees and stuff, you wanna have him pull you into mount them, and so you have to hold tight here. You have to have this hand down, blocking. So as he tries to escape and pull, he pulls himself mount bottom. It's not great for him. So, yeah, head on the same side. Let's go. Okay, before we do the next pass, we're going to do a little drill. This will help you kind of learn how to settle in this pass. So what we're doing is, when we get to here, he starts fighting back. So now we can get a feel for if our balance is right, if I'm putting enough pressure on his knees, if I'm off balance myself, and how I can use my hands and stuff to fight, to climb into the mount, how I react when he really starts turning, if I'm able to end up in the mount or not. So we're gonna start in this position, here, like this, and then he starts fighting back. And many of you are maybe doing this for the first time, so have your partner maybe, you know, pick it up slowly, resistance, if you're not having any success in the beginning, you know, and some might be, you know, white belts paired with black belts or whatever, so, you know, it's training for me on top, okay?
Can you give us some cues as to what a person should try and defend? How they try and counter? Which
Well,
way they should
first
play?
thing is frame on the head. Once I get to this position, you know, if I get to here, if he's able to keep my head away, it's very difficult for me. Now I have to start fighting these frames to get back. The knee very, very high can be a little bit of a problem. I might have to switch to something else if I'm not able to control this space here, which is my goal. And for every passing really is to pass that knee line and control that middle space. So, but for now, I think once we're here, him trying to pressure your head makes you really have to keep a heavy head, and these frames, and then kind of lifting the knees up and stuff, and see if he can bump me over, see if he can get his knee up and back like this, or even just like this. So, before we move on, any quick problems? Or was it just walking apart? Was it working?
Yeah.
For most of you, yeah? Okay.
What do you do if he keeps the knee high?
It keeps the knee high? Yeah. So if we go in and the knee is all the way up high like this, the main key is now, as I said in the beginning, heavy head. So to get control of the area between his knee and his shoulder, you know, basically his middle area, is that head. Because now it's so high that the only thing I can really get in that area is my head. So if I put a heavy head down here, now we have a fight, you know. That knee is still up here, but now I can place this, and now we have a fight. But that's common. That he keeps the knee high, and then maybe immediately he starts trying to regain the guard. So as I'm going here, the knee is high, and he's blocking, and he's doing this. So that's a good fight from him. So we have to get used to, as we come in, he does all this, the tight underhook, the heavy head. The head is here, now we have a fight. Now I'm in a good position. Now I just have to start sprawling. And of course this is all gonna be timing based, you know.
Gunnar, have you any concerns, short elbow as you're coming in?
You mean for UFC?
Yeah.
No, like, I mean, I guess you could get elbowed. Halter has nasty elbows, so I have to be careful. So, but if my head is all the way on him, there's not really much he can do. So if I can get as I'm coming in, if I can get to here, I'm not worried. There's not much he can do here. And if he gets like one or two little elbows in there, he's not focusing on preventing me to get to mount, and when I get to mount, he's gonna have some elbows to worry about. Some big ones.
Do you rather want to have your head on shoulder rather than under his chin?
My head?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like pressuring like this? Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's okay.
Do you always fight to get them out, or do you sometimes just try and caught the side control if he's like too wriggly?
Yeah, in some cases you might end up walking, like if he starts turning, majorly like this side, he starts turning, you'll have to go here, you know. He maybe frames up and starts turning and turning up. I'll probably go this side then, you know. Now I'm in pursuit of his back, usually. Make sense?
What if your opponent has much longer legs than you do and you can get to the outside of your legs when you're pressuring?
With your, like, if this leg here gets stuck here, or
Yeah, on the inside.
this leg?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to scroll it back and then bring it here.
But if you can't bring it around.
If you can't bring it, can you show me just
Just like, because if you sprawl, you
Yeah.
have short legs, so you
Yeah.
can't get in there.
yeah, try and bring it, instead of going this way, bring it back, like here, so you clear his bottom leg, and then just bring it out. Is that gonna work? No? Can you show me with your partner just how you're getting stuck?
Yeah, in the middle of stuff.
Maybe no pressure. Good question.
You might get a lump stuff.
You're perfect there.
Perfect.
Sätt den inte i plössen. Nej, hérna. Fæðu bara alla líkamsmyndina til mig. Lengra til mig. Já, bara líkamann. Já, fattu þarna hana. Hún er góð.
Ja, þetta er, já.
Þetta er bara fullfóðan. Okay. So we go into the next one. Just a quick one. How many people were here? Was it 2 years ago when we did the glacier pass? Many, not too many people. So we go over that. So this pass we did, and this pass I'm doing now. They're like probably two of my favorite passes. I use the most, and they're very effective. They go well together. So this next one is from the same position. And we're also going to try to end up in mount, but we're going to go through, like straight through. We're not going to collapse his legs. We're in this position here, and we're going to put weight in. And remember, I said in the beginning, a lot of times this is kind of up, so it's hard to go for the regular knee slide. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to pressure over this knee, and we're going to go knee slide the other way. So we're gonna pressure in, we're gonna go for this underhook here, and we're gonna lie on top of him like this. And you can see my knee is not on this side as like I would have it for the knee slide pass, but it's on the other side. So I'm kind of opening up his hips a little bit. And if you're very stiff, this might hurt a little bit, and that's what we want, ideally, is for him to be uncomfortable as we're passing the guard. Now, same idea, head heavy, head on this side of his head. And now we use this hand to frame on the knee. And we're just going to put the forearm, we're not going to push. We're going to use our forearm here. So now I start putting weight here. As I push over, as this knee clears, I turn the other one up, and we're over. Now the reason why I don't want to leave the other leg in as I clear this knee is I don't want to be caught in this quarter guard and I have to spend a whole 3 minutes of getting this leg out. You know? So we're here, we're pressuring in, we come in here. I put pressure on his hips. If he starts moving me, this leg here can help me balance my left leg, pressing his hips. So as he starts moving me back and forth, I put pressure down here, and I like flare myself. This leg is out, so it's going to be hard for him to push me this way. But he might think he could flip me over this side, right? So as he does that, I put pressure down with my shin. Just turn around. So it once here. So we're here. We move. Put our pressure down. What we're trying to do is put our shoulder to his chest. So we're here, put the shoulder. Once we get here, we're in a good position now. We move into here. We're putting pressure with this shin. I bring my hand down, start framing. As soon as it pops out, I pop the other leg around, and we're in mount. Give it a go. Yeah. Few details. A lot of you set your weight a little bit too much this side, so you were kind of like this trying to climb over. Very common in the beginning, but this will give him way too much control over my weight. So I'm not saying he'll sweep me right away, but at least he'll get me off balance so that he can regain his controls, or repummel maybe an underhook, or just get me off balance. Then we have to reset. So I want to keep my weight here. So now if he tries to lift me up, the knee is just going to disappear underneath. So it's going to be hard. So another point is, don't keep your hand on the mat. You want to hug him. You want to put your palm against his back, because you want to stick to him, right? When he's going crazy underneath you, you want to have some sort of control, which is mainly this and this. So you can pressure in with your shin, and you can pull here. And then if your weight is placed right, it's going to be hard for him to move you to the side and flip you over and stuff like that. This leg can flare all the way out for balance as well, and this hand. So we're going to do a round now where you start here. He's going to try to push you off and roll you over and stuff, and you're going to try to complete the pass. Now, for maybe some of you who have been doing jiu-jitsu for a long time, you can mix these up, right? With the first one and this one. So let's say I'm here, and the guy is he's realized he's kind of fucked, and he's maybe gonna try to put this leg down and clamp on the other knee and stuff. I can move over to this, and then I put this elbow tight down here. So now we're in this position. See the first one. You can mix it up, play with, weave your legs a little bit, but yeah, that's, any questions before we go? Let's go. Okay, so I hope this will work for you. Was the second one working?
Yeah.
Is it, yeah? A lot of people getting stuck in the quarter guard?
Yeah.
So, just progress here. We're into his time, but he's not here. So, the quarter guard, once we're in this position here and we get to here, right? There's a few things we can switch to. If we feel like he's gonna just try to hug this leg, we can switch to the first one we did. So, sweeping over and getting to here, sprawling our legs out, putting that head down here. We can also go into the knee slide position. So we're here. If he grabs a hold of the leg, we can go here and start fighting this leg out. This is a problem that happens a lot. People try to hold on to the leg, but it's definitely something we can work with, and it's not something that you want to think like, this pass doesn't work for me. I'm always getting caught with my ankle. You're already in a really solid position, so we'll figure out the ankle. Sure, there's many ways to get rid of that. Any questions? Okay, thank you very much.